How are we all doing? Hope we are well. Welcome to the class once again. So in this class, we are going to look at how to cut off-shoulder bustier. How to cut off-shoulder bustier. And I have my measurements here with me. I have the bust circumference. I have the waist circumference, the under bust, the nipple to nipple, and from my shoulder to my nipple to nipple, from my shoulder to my breast point, like that, like that, like that. So I'm going to be inputting all my vertical values first. I'm going to be inputting all the vertical values first. So in this tutorial now, the first thing I will do is an off-shoulder bustier. It's an off-shoulder. So I'm going to be removing, it depends on how deep you want it, how off you want the upper part to be, how off you want it. So in this class, I'm going to be removing 4 inches, 5 inches rather. I'm going to be removing 5 inches. I will place that 5 inches I removed on top my paper. I'm going to place the 5 inches that I removed on top my paper. And the first thing that I will do, I'm going to input the armhole, half of my armhole measurement. I'm going to input half of my armhole measurement. Here I have the armhole to be 18. So, and the half will be 9 inches. I'm going to input half of my armhole measurement. And the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to input my breast point. The breast point I'm working with is 11. And the underbust that I'm working with is 14. And the half length is 17. So I'm going to repeat the same thing at the front to connect my line. Don't forget, I input my 5 inches that I remove for the off shoulder. That is why I placed the tape on top that 5 inches. I did not start from here. I started from that 5 inches. So again, I'm going to input the half of my armhole, which is 9 inches. I'm going to input my breast point, my underbust, and the half length. And I'm going to connect them all together. This is my armhole line, which will form my chest line. And this is my breast point. This is my underbust. So you're going to work with your own measurements. And this is the half length. So I have 4 lines here with me, and I'm going to label them after the other. This is the chest line. Let me use another marker for us to see it well. This is the chest line. This is breast point. This is underbust. And this is the half length that I'm working with. So, now mind you, my paper is folded into 2. My paper is folded into 2. So after this is done, I've already input all my vertical measurements, my chest line, my breast point, my underbust, and my half length. And mind you, I left 5 inches. I off this dress I'm working with. This is off shoulder with 5 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do is to input the nipple to nipple. The nipple to nipple I'm working with, that is apex, my apex, from one nipple to another nipple. So you can measure your own to get the value of the person you are working with. But what I normally do, that normally works for me, I would divide the bust circumference, I would divide it by 10. And this person's bust circumference is 40. So if I divide 40 by 10, it will give me 4.0, it will give me 4. And I will add half an inch sewing allowance to it, which is 4.5. So that is what I normally do. Sometimes if a client comes to your workplace, they might not wear, most of them may not wear a firm bra. But if you have a customer that wants a firm bra, so you can measure, just to be on the safer side, you can measure from one nipple to another. But this is the method I normally use, and the thing has been working for me since. So I'll just make this thing to go straight up to here, up to this place. Don't forget, I said I left 5 inches here. I left 5 inches before starting inputting my measurement. I left 5 inches and I enter my armhole line, which is 9. I enter my breast point. I enter my underbust and I enter my half length. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to tighten the under bust area. And to do that, I'm going to use 1.5 inward. Okay, I will use 2 inches outward, and I will use 0.5 inward. The same thing I will take at the waist area. I will use 2 inches outward, and I will take half an inch inward. Always let your the side front of your bustier to be bigger than the center front, because that is where the cup lies. So don't forget, I took 2 inches outward, the same thing at the waistline, and I took half an inch inward, the same thing at the waistline. And the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my cuff ruler, like I used to say. At least this is my second video on this channel. Yes, please support me, support me, support me, support me, support me. Please and please subscribe, like, comment, and share. It's really go a long way for me. Please just support this my little beginning. And thank you. Like I said, we all need this cuff ruler. We all need this. So I will place my cuff ruler. This is how I will place it at the center, at the side that. And mind you, I'm not going to connect it directly to the breast point. Just going to come down by 0.75 or 1 inch, but I prefer 0.75, so that that breast point there will not be point like that. You can see the way I connected it. And same thing at my center front, the inward one. You can see the way I connected my thing. So I'm done with the underbust tightening, and I will go over to the upper part here. So at this place, the inward area, I'm going to take half an inch as well, and outward I'm going to make it 1.5 inches. So just to tighten the upper bust, here is tightening the under bust, but here I'm tightening the upper bust. And I'm going to go upward again from my breast point by half an inch, so just to connect the darts together, so that we don't want anything that will form that'll be that pointy like that at that place. So I'm done with the inward one. So, and I've connected my outward own. So here I pick at this. Before, I used to share it 1 inch here, 1 inch here, but I noticed that when coming in like this center front used to be smaller. So that is why I make it 1.5 inches and half an inch inward. And trust me, the method is working perfectly. It's tested and trusted. The method is really working perfectly. So I'm done with this. After I'm done, I'm going to input all my circumferences, my bust circumference, my waistline circumference. I'm going to input them, and I will start from this chest line. The bust I'm working with is 40 divided by 4 will give me 10 inches. And I pick that of 1.5 I pick 2 inches plus 2 inches, that will be 12, and plus east allowance, that will be 12.5. I added half an inch to east allowance. This is what I did. This is my normal bust circumference divided by 4 plus 2 inches, that's intake, and plus half an inch sewing east allowance. I've not added any sewing allowance to this form. It's when I'm cutting the fabric I will place my sewing allowance. And I will come down to the waist area. The waist I'm working with is 32. 32 divided by 4 will give me 8. And I pick half inward. I pick 2 inches outward. 2 plus half will give me 2.5. And I will replace the dart intake 2.5 plus east allowance, which is 0.5. And I will extend my lines and connect. I will extend my lines here so that I can have a good connection. So I've connected my lines together. This is bust circumference, this was the waist circumference. And after I'm done like that, I'm going to input my armhole rather I'm going to input my armhole, and from here, what I'm working with, the sleeve, I'll just leave 1 inch from this place, from this my that leg here, the outward hole. I'm going to leave 1 inch and connect it straightly to the chest, to the armhole line, which is chest line, in a slanting form, not that off, in a slanting form, because in a slanting form. So I'm done with this. My neckline, I'm going to put the neckline after after I am done with that intake. After I've already joined the darts together, I'm going to input my neckline. So what I'm going to do here, I used to do this, I'm going to measure what I have here outwardly to confirm something. I hope you are seeing what I'm doing. So I have 13.5 here, and I'm going to cross check here. I'm going to cross check what I have here. So I have 2 inches here. So definitely I have a shortage of 1 inch here. So sorry, I don't have a paper here. So I'm going to cut out just to join. Okay, just to join what I have here. So I don't want any kind of shortage. I'm going to pin it together. I'm going to sellotape it together. So I have 13 inches here and I have 12.5 here. So definitely I have one more here to go. So I'm going to connect it together like so. So I'm going to extend it. Sorry, let me use this. I'm not with my sellotape here. So I'm going to use this to staple it together. And I'm going to mark it like this. So after I'm done, I'm going to cut it off. So I'm going to cut it off. What I just did here, I just sellotape this one together. What I did here, please, is still normal something I did. What I just did, I noticed there's always a shortage here. There's always a shortage at the center front here. So I will measure what I did, I measure my outward bustier like this, the side panel, I measure it like this down. So I think I have 13.5, and here I will remove this place. Now let me start from here. Here I will measure it as well and know what I have here. So I have 12.5, so I'm left with 1 inch. So that's the 1 inch that I added here. That is the 1 inch that I added here. From beginning, I'm supposed to leave 1 inch a guideline, but I didn't here. So this is the 1 inch. I added an extra paper here. So I did the 1 inch. I mark it off and I connected it here. So this is my center front here now, and this is my side front. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it off. Please share, like, and comment. This is Even of Beauty Stitches. My name is Deborah Olajumoke. Please and please comment, like, and subscribe. Please, it's really a long way. Please and please, guys, subscribe to my channel, like and share. Like and share. So this is what I have here. And I'm going to cut so can see what I have. Let's try it. You start anytime you are sewing bustier, always start from the down side. Start from the down side and match it together. So and match it together. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut the back panel. I'm going to cut the back panel. I'm going to leave my 1.5 inches zipper allowance. My 1.5 inches zipper allowance. So I'm just trying to mark my 1.5 inches zipper allowance. And go ahead and mark it. Make it all done. So, and don't forget we are working with off shoulder bustier. So I remove 5 at the front. I'm going to remove 5 as well at the back. So I will input my armhole line, half of my armhole line. I will input my breast point, and I will input my half length, which is 17, and I will mark it. I input my armhole line and the chest line. My armhole line, which will form my chest line, my breast point, and my half length. This is my half length. This is my breast point. Here I don't need my underbust, and this is my chest line. This is my chest line. This is my breast point, and this is my half length. So after I'm done with it, I'm going to input the nipple to nipple. The nipple to nipple we're working with is 4.5, 4 inches, 8 divided by 2 plus half an inch, which is 4.5. So I'm going to connect it all through. I'm going to connect it all through. So I'm going to input the dart intake. The dart I'm using is normal waist dart, which is I will use 0.5 and a 0.5. At this side, I will use a 0.5. At this side, I will use a 0.5. And I will come down here by half an inch. And I will connect my dart legs together. So I will connect my dart lines together. So from here now, I'm going to, from this zipper allowance, I'm going to go in by half an inch, and I will connect it from up. I will connect it. Okay, no. From here, I will enter, like I said, like I used to say, at least one of my video that is there, I said our front is longer than our back. Like myself now, my front is 17 and my back is 16, I be 15.5, which is 1.5 higher than my back. So I'm going to input one here. So see where I input it. I will repeat it at the zipper area, and I will connect it to the waistline here with my ruler, with my cuff ruler. I'm going to connect it to the side. I'm going to connect it like this. So after I'm done with this, I'm going to input all my circumference. My bust is 40 plus this allowance, that's 10.5. My waist is 32, 8 inches plus that intake 1 inch, making 9, plus this allowance, that is 9.5. The waist I'm working with is 32. 32 divided by 4 will give me 8. 8 plus I took half inward and I took half outward, making 1. That is that intake. So 8 plus 1, that intake, making 9, plus this allowance, making 9.5. And I've input all my value, and I'm going to mark it, connect it together like so. I'll connect it together like so. And here I'm going to enter my armhole line here. I'm going to enter and I'm going to connect it together in a slanting form, not that coffee, not that serious toe curve, and it's not going to be slanting like that too. Then after that, I'm going to input my neckline on this one. So the neckline I want it to be, I don't want it to be that deep, and I don't want it to be too low. Don't forget that I remove 5 inches. So if I make it 9, it will be on the armhole exactly. It will be on the armhole exactly. So I will make it 8 inches. I will make it 8 inches, and I will make it round. So see where I will connect it directly to where I connected my armhole. I will connect to the leg where I connected my armhole. So I'll place my cuff ruler like that, and I will connect it together. So I'm done with the back. I've not added any sewing allowance to this. I did not add any sewing allowance to it. It's when I'm cutting the fabric that I'm going to add sewing allowance to it. The only thing I did, I added this allowance, which is 0.5, and I'm cutting my pattern out. I'm cutting my pattern out. And I will cut the neckline. Let's make this straight. So, and I will open. Then here, I don't use to, I will just notch. I'm going to put a mark where my dart is going to sit. When I'm cutting the fabric, I'm going to use it. So brethren, this is my people, sorry. this is my front. This is my front. So, and this is my back. Thank you. I'm going to show you the process of sewing. I'm going to show you the process of sewing. I'm going to use that my pattern to cut the fabric. So here is the fabric I'm using for the upper part. This cloth I'm making is a gown. So I'm just showing you the upper part of it. So I have the lace fabric here with me. I have my doll face. This is shiny face. I use shiny face in this project, and this is my hair stay. This is my gum stay that I'm using. So I'm going to cut them one after the other. I'm going to use the fabric, the pattern that we cut, and cut them. And after I cut them, I'm going to show you the next thing to do. Okay, so like we all see, I've already gone ahead to use my pattern paper to cut all my fabric. So like I told you, this is the lace fabric I'm working with. So I cut the back. I cut 2 for the back because we have 2 pieces for the back. The side that's the side, sorry, the side front. I cut 2 pieces for the side front. Okay, so, and like I said, this is the doll face, sorry, the lining that I'm working with. I'm working with doll face. So this is just the upper part of the dress I want to make. So I added, I'm just organizing to see, I added like 2 inches sewing allowance to my own, 2 inches sewing allowance to my own, and I also cut the interface for both the lining and the fabric. This surface I cut here, one will go with the fabric, one will go with the fabric like this, and one will serve as the lining. The other one will go with the fabric, and one will serve for the lining. And I make sure I cut four interface for the both the main fabric and both the lining. Same thing I did at the front. I cut the lace pattern, the interface. I cut two door face. One will serve as main fabric and the lace, while the other one will serve as the lining. And so I cut interface for both the fabric and both the lining. And same thing I did at the back as well. I cut four door face, one for lining and one for the two for lining and two for the fabric, and also the interface. So I cut four for the lining and for the interface. I'm going to gum the interface together and show you the next thing to do. Off camera. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut the fabric like I said earlier, like I showed us earlier, and I've gone ahead to put the gum stay to gum stay 8, the hair stay, the softest one on the fabric, and I laminated this fabric. I actually laminated it. You can see the lace and the doff face, they are together, and this is gum stay. This is gum stay inside of it, and you can see the fabric is one, and also this is the back. This is the back panel, the two back panel that were cut, the lace and the door face, they are together on one side. And don't forget I said I put gum stay inside of it, and I'm going to, you can see I've notched my lining, that side. I notched my that side, and I'm going to pick it like this, and I will use the 0.5 to join it together, both the two sides, the first and the second side. And also you can see this is my front, and that back I have the lining as well. This is the lining I'm using. I told you earlier that I'm using the same door face to do the lining. So you have seen I've gummed the stay with it as well. And I'm going to go ahead and pick my dart. Also notch my dart. I'm going to go ahead and pick my dart 0.5 inches at the both side like this. So with the second one, also at my front, this is the fabric I'm working with. This is the lace. So I've already gone ahead to laminate it as well. I laminated the front as well. You can see this is the lace, this is the door face inside, and this is my gum stay inside. If you want to know how I laminated this fabric, I'm going to put the link below, so you go and check it out. I'm going to send the link. This is also the side one that I did. I'm going to place them together like this, and I'm going to sew it together. So after joining, I'm going to show us. So the same thing with the second one and the lining as well. I'm gonna have to put the gum stay on it like this. So guys, after I'm done with this, I'm going to show us the outcome. Hey guys, this is the outcome of the journey of our off shoulder bustier that were cut. So you can see how cup this is looking. I did not add anything to it. You can see the inside of my fabric, just only the interfacing, only the softest one, a very soft. And you can see the way I join it. I started joining my own from the down part. I make sure I match it together, under bust to under bust, breast point to breast point, so that I can match up together. And you can see how I did. You can see the inside. Guys, I did not add anything to this aside my interface. I did not add word into it. And you can see how cup it is. I just put my interfacing and I made sure I laminated actually laminated the lace fabric, so that is why it's looking shiny like that and stick together. So you can see how cup this is looking. Is very, very cup. I so much love the outcome. So you can see it, and I've already go ahead to my client actually wants a bra cup, a ready-made bra cup for her home. So you can see me, I've already attached the bra cup to my lining, and I've already cut the lining, the neck of my lining, just a small sweetheart neck. You can see the way I attached my bra cup to the lining already, and I'm going to go ahead now. I'm going to fold the lining. You can see the inside of the lining is very neat. I'm going to fold my fabric to cut the neck. I actually use 2 inches for the depth of the neck of this off shoulder. You already know I've already removed 5 inches, and 5 plus 2 that make it 7. So I don't want it to be more deeper. I don't want the cleavages to be showing. So I use 2 inches for the depth of the neck and 5 for the wideness of the neck. This one is actually depends on you. If you want your own neck to go down more than this, you can use more than 7. You can use up to more than 2. You can use up to 3 or 4 like that. But I don't want my own to go more than that. So I'm going to place this my lining on top of my main fabric now, and I will make sure I arrange it properly. Guys, you can see the way I'm doing. I'm trying to arrange it properly so that I will not have any shortage anywhere. And I will go ahead. You can see, check the down, check the up to make sure what I'm doing is correct. And I will go ahead and cut my this thing now. I notice the neck is not really properly arranged, and I arrange it very well, guys. So to avoid any mistake, any kind of mistake, just check very well before you do it. And I go ahead now to cut the neck on my fabric, and I trim it down like that. I'm going to use this lining now to turn up the neck of my fabric and the side. I'm actually making a gown. This is just the half cut of a gown I'm making. So just let me know in the comment section if you want me to take you through the process of all the journey of this clothes, or you want me to show you the process of the gown I sew. Just let me know. So this inside, you will notch it and make sure you iron it, so that it's going to lay very well. I'm out of light where I am now, so I'm going to iron it later and do it properly, and I'm going to use it and turn it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and share.